Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to another stream. I'm back home. I'm back home. I don't know if you guys have joined me for the last few streams, but I have been abroad, and it feels very good to be back in my home where we have good lighting and where hopefully today the picture quality is all right. Hopefully my upload speed is working in my favor. But yeah, I felt inspired by the trip. We haven't done a top 10 list together in forever. I need to bring that back, Like I don't know why I stopped doing that. I felt like I'd kind of done all the things, but I absolutely haven't. So yeah, we're gonna be doing top 10 travel horror movies today. And if you didn't prepare a list, then don't worry, I'll go through, a little intro. We'll see who's in the chat. We'll chat for a little bit before we get that started. We'll have some honorable mentions, and then we'll get rolling. So yeah, let's see who's here. Hello, Ryan. Desi made it. Hey, Natalie. Hi, Abby. Hello. Welcome home. Thank you. Yeah, it feels good to be back. I just posted to Instagram. I was like, so happy to be streaming from hell again. So happy. Hope your day is going great. It is. It is. It's nice to be home, back in my little routines, going to get coffee in the mornings with Scott. It's nice. Oh, you thought it was a video? I do actually have a couple top 10 videos planned. I'm going to be releasing one not next week, but the week. So not the 10th, not the 17th, but the Monday after that, I think is when I'm releasing my top 10 most brutal horror villains video. I don't know why I decided to make it a video and not do that in a stream, but Leanne gave me the idea, my friend Leanne, and I was like, that's a great idea. Hello. My list is going to be my favorite horror watches while traveling. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, if you're new here, if you guys haven't joined us for a top 10 stream before, I let you play real fast and loose with the rules. You can make it whatever you want. In my honorable mentions, you'll get an idea of the rules that I have come up with for myself and like what I'm classifying as travel horror. You can do whatever you want. So hey Ryan, excited for your list. Haven't seen much travel horror. Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully, and these top tens, it's just like a recommendation party. I always end up with like 20 more movies on my watch list after we do these, so I'm sure it'll happen for me too. Hello. Welcome back home, me lord. Thank you. Corey, hey. Hope everyone in the horror family is having a great life. Sending all the good vibes from Winnipeg as always. Appreciate it. Do I need a vacation from my vacation? At times I did. At times I did. I missed my bed or I missed my boyfriend or, hello. What's up? Hello. Welcome back. Thank you. Hey, Tyler. Hello. Yes, hit the like. Appreciate it. The algorithm gods. I am indebted to them. Thank you. Yes, I know. Back home in hell. So nice. It's been a long time. I don't even remember the last one we did, so I'm pretty stoked for this. I mean, yes, there are already like 900 movies on my Letterboxd watch list, but I need more, Hello. Wolf Creek is intense. I know, and I don't know if I can handle that one. Tiago loves that movie. He's actually done a deep dive on the first two. If you guys don't know, Tiago runs the channel Royal Horror. He's one of my besties. I just visited him in London. And he loves those movies, but he has told me like, I don't know if you can handle it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's for me. I'm good. I had so much coffee before this also. Oh, and I'm sorry about the audio quality today. It's always something with me, isn't it? But my mic, my trusty little blue Yeti, after all these years, it finally gave up on me while I was traveling. So we're just using the good old computer speaker right now, which I think I mentioned that last stream, but whatever. Whatever. The new one should be arriving today. I got like a refurbished one from Amazon for pretty cheap actually, so hoping it works all right. Hey, glad we got some mods in the chat. Nice. Joyride is my favorite I haven't seen that one actually. You can see who's after you. Ooh. Joyride is one that I do think I have on my list. We're only 5 minutes in and I'm already adding stuff. Very good. I'm pretty sure I have that one though. That one has like a That one's got a nice cast, doesn't it? You spell one thing a little bit wrong, and Letterboxd is just like, literally, what are you talking about? From 2001. Oh, yeah, with like Paul Walker. Right. This one is on my watch list. Yeah. Oh, a Hellraiser series? Absolutely. I'm sure at some point I'll do like a franchise deep dive. Yeah, 100%. Because Hellraiser, I've only seen 3 movies of that franchise. Kind of unbelievable because I love the first movie so much. But maybe that's why, honestly. That might be why I haven't ventured into the great beyond of all 10 of those movies or 11 of those movies, because yeah, nice to see you in front of the log, Jen. Yeah. Yep. Hello. Missing out on British horror movies? I think I have 1 or 2 that are in my honorable mentions today. But we'll see. Today's stream is looking good. Oh, good. Yeah. I know. I'm glad to be home safe as well. I appreciate it. I'm meaning to ask about Immaculate the First Omen. They are. They are. You should check out my reviews of those movies. Oh yeah, American Werewolf in London. That one actually, yep. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. But oh my god, I feel like I need to. Guys, I have 10 honorable mentions. I have 10. Oh my god. Okay. I can't get rid of any of them. I can't. So we're gonna have to get started on that really soon. Thank you, appreciate it. Horror movie is a travel movie. Wait, what? I feel free to disagree, especially anything to do with vampires, the apocalypse. What do you mean? Horror movie is a travel movie. Is there a movie that's literally called horror movie? I feel like I might be missing something. Devil's Rejects. I don't have Devil's Rejects or Jeepers Creepers on my list or my honorable mention. But yeah, we can get started with our honorable mentions now. Let me rattle off a couple and then I'll keep catching up with the chat because I have 10 honorable mentions. Okay, so some stuff that would have made my top 10, but I don't really feel like classifying it as travel horror. So I wanted to put Red Eye because I love Wes Craven's Red Eye, but it's not really a horror movie. Like it's much more, but it is a bit of a genre blend. It starts out like almost as a rom-com and then it turns into a pretty straightforward thriller. And I love that. I mean, most of it takes place on a plane. So, but it's just not really horror. So I didn't include that one. April Fool's Day, I love that movie, but that one I would classify almost more as like a one location horror movie because it mostly takes place in that big mansion. Travel isn't really a big part of it, but even though it's kind of a vacation movie. What else? Oh, another one that I Final Destination, the original Final Destination, and maybe even part 2, maybe part 5, like I don't know. It's just because it's in a car, it's on a plane, it's on a bridge, like, but it's only the beginning of the movie, and nobody ends up actually traveling. So I was like, what, honorable mention, because especially the first movie, the whole plane thing, that whole first act, like it's great. But it just didn't. The whole thing doesn't really feel like a travel film. Let me see. Other ones I didn't necessarily want to count. Oh, because Frozen, which is the one where those the young adults get stuck on the ski lift. Again, that feels like I would classify it more as like wintertime horror or one location rather than travel. Even though skiing, snowboarding, travel activity, yada yada, they're traveling, whatever. But it doesn't really feel like a travel horror anyway. So yeah, those are a couple of mine that I just didn't want to count. I think the rest of the ones I have on here are travel related, like they're definitely travel movies, but they just didn't quite make the top 10. So yeah, that'll hopefully give you a little bit of an idea of like what I'm classifying for my list. Letterboxd is gonna be hell for Linkletter's Hitman. Oh, you think? Oh, I bet most people think it's Hitman. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, thank you. The Wrong Turn is a remake reboot of the OG Hills Have Eyes. I guess so. I guess I would just call it a remake of the original. I Can Handle Wolf Creek. Okay. Watch it with Papa Matt. Okay. Hello. Yeah, TCM, I would. I would. That one is an honorable mention for me. It didn't quite crack the top 10 just because, like, I don't know, that one and Hills Have Eyes. I would also give an honorable mention to Hills Have Eyes, I suppose, because well, no, they count. They count. They just didn't make my top 10. Yeah. I was gonna like add qualifiers, but I don't need to. That's travel horror, sure. And also the remake, the TCM remake, I would definitely put that one as an honorable mention. I feel like the only travel horror movies I can think of the ones you don't like. Hostel, yeah, that didn't make it anywhere for me. Also classify those as vacation horrors, that's the same thing. If you want to be like really picky, you could say that travel horror is something like Blood Red Sky on Netflix, where it takes place entirely on an airplane. And then vacation horror is something like Turistas or whatever. The one with who's in that movie? Oh, Olivia Wilde is in that movie, right? Where they're like already there and they're on the beach and they're already vacationing. But I'm not gonna split hairs like that, really. Oh, hey, Micadelic, what's going on? Um, I'm all good. I hope you've been doing well too. Um, oh, Club Dread. Is that a travel one? I'm sorry, Corey. I still haven't watched that one. Yeah, Frozen is great. Wanted to add so many movies like that. That'd be a great list. Yeah, oh, Stranded horror. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think most of the rest of the movies on my list are stranded horror movies. A couple of them definitely, but um National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, a horror movie. I would say so just because like I can't imagine being trapped with somebody for like so irritating for so long. So a bit. Yeah, maybe. Good question. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? I love that movie. I wouldn't say it's a travel movie, is it? Or Jawbreaker. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I mean almost every horror movie is a travel movie. I would I would not say so. Um, would love you to expand on what you mean because I would be inclined to disagree. I feel like most horror movies are not we don't travel in them. I haven't heard of this one. A lot of mine is people who travel to a location. Okay. Oh, Train to Busan. Okay, I'll throw that as an honorable mention because yeah, like the whole thing takes place on a train. Oh my god, because I don't think it's as suspenseful as it should have been, but the emotional drama is really great. Yeah, no, I love Train to Busan. Honorable mention The Ruins, nice. Oh, Barbarian. Yeah, that's a great honorable mention. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Black Water, travel on a fishing trip to Australia, only to run into a croc. I don't know enough crocodile horror. Yeah, I think, in fact, the only one that I've seen is Crawl that came out in like 2019. Black Water. This one might already be on my list. Let's see. From 2007. It is already on my list. It is indeed. Yeah. You like American Werewolf in Paris more than London? I still haven't seen the sequel. Still haven't seen that. Oh, Evil Dead 2013. I think that I pretty purposefully didn't really include any cabin in the woods type horror movies. That's a list that I have done, I think, a couple years ago now. So yeah, I purposefully tried not to do that. But sometimes the lines blur a little bit. I have one or two like camping in the woods horror movies on here. But both of them, I think both of them people have gone to different countries. So I was like, yes, that's travel. Teresa is awesome. Melissa George. Yeah, right. I don't know why I couldn't remember. I actually couldn't finish that movie. It was like a little bit too much for me. Oh, thank you. Yes, we're back home. We're back home. I know, Corey and Club Dread. I feel really bad. It's all these years. I still haven't seen it. The Mutilator, an 80s horror movie that caught my attention because of the poster. No, I don't know if I've actually heard of that one. Let me see. I'll look it up on Letterboxd. The Mutilator. And then I'm going to get through the rest of my honorable mentions, and then we'll kick off this top 10, if that sounds good. From 84. As a child, Ed was cleaning his father's hunting rifle as a surprise birthday treat for the old man when one of them went off. Oh my god, hitting and killing his mother. Wait, is this the same one? I don't think this is the same one. Jesus Christ. Oh, Fall Breakers, the making of the mutilator. No, that can't be it. Is that it? That doesn't sound like. I don't know if that sounds like what you're talking about. Ed barely escapes with his life. Now in his teens, he returns home, doesn't expect to find his father still there, waiting for a chance to settle the score. Oh my god. Is it the one directed by Buddy Cooper? Let me know. Road Trip is a bit different than travel movies. No, I would say it's. I would classify it for sure. Travel in space. If you want to include Jason X, sure, why not? Oh, thank you. Friday the 13th or Serpent and the Rainbow movies. Yeah, they're travel movies for sure. Serpent and the Rainbow. That was a Wes Craven movie that I didn't really like it, but I think it is one that people should check out. It's very unique, and it's not one that people usually mention when they talk about Wes Craven. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Okay, so the rest of my honorable mentions. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, of course. As Above, So Below. As Above, So Below, it's I wish that it was better because it's just such a good concept. They filmed in the real catacombs of Paris. Like it's just so cool. Like the story of the making of that movie is just so cool. I think the third act flops so bad. But I'll always rewatch it. It's one that I'll always revisit. I do like As Above, So Below, but just not enough to make the top 10. And then same thing with Eden Lake. I actually gave Eden Lake 4 stars. It definitely could be in my top 10, but I really don't enjoy that movie. Like I don't have a good time. It's very, very good, but it's just so aggressively difficult to watch. Like it's a rough one. But yeah, I mean, this couple, they travel to a lake, they're having a little lake holiday, and they run into some chaps, some lads, some teenagers, and it goes horribly wrong. Like it's so rough. That's a really tough watch for me. So I was like, you know what? It's really good, but I'm not putting it in the top 10. And then so these next 3 are like where I rate it, it's like 13, 12, 11. These like almost made the top 10. Okay. Triangle with Melissa George yet again. That one I think could have made top 10, but I haven't seen it in a couple years. And that one I really would probably classify more as that's a stranded horror actually, but that one is definitely much more psychological. I don't know like how else I would really classify it, and I don't want to spoil anything about it by giving it any other descriptors really. It's one that you should definitely go into blind. I hope that it's still streaming on Tubi because then it would be free for my international viewers. I'm not sure where else it is. It was, I think it was on Shudder. It might still be, so that's worth looking into. But yeah, Triangle, I think it's kind of a must watch, kind of an underrated movie, especially like watch it for Melissa George. And then, The Rental. This was a tough one. I really wanted this to make top 10. That one came out back in, I think, 2021. Dave Franco's directorial debut, stars Dan Stevens. We love. And it's just about this group of 4 people, and they're on a vacation at this Airbnb, and it's on like this cliff overlooking the ocean. And it's about the character drama and the paranoia building, and potentially some other stuff going on. Yeah, I really, really like The Rental. That was a really happy surprise. My last honorable mention at number 11, I have, sadly, Wrong Turn from 2003. Didn't quite crack the top 10, but yeah, I love Wrong Turn from 2003. That's one, when I was making this list too, I was like, damn, I really need to rank that whole franchise. I probably would do it in a video format because I just don't know if enough of you guys have seen the whole franchise to do that together on a live. I don't know how interested y'all would be in doing that as a class. But yeah, let me know. Yeah, Wrong Turn 2003 didn't quite crack the top 10. But yeah, those are all my honorable mentions. I had a lot of them. Let's see, what else do you guys have? Oh, Tucker and Dale. Yeah, that one I'd probably classify. I'd probably put that on like a dark comedy list or a Cabin in the Woods list. Probably both. Yeah, oh, love that one. Still love Cabin in the Woods. I have tried to love that movie. It's tough. Evil Dead, yeah, again, I personally would classify that as Cabin in the Woods, but you guys are more than welcome to put that on your list. I just thought for me, like, I try to be as specific as possible with my parameters so that I can make as many specific lists as possible so that, if you're looking for recommendations, I have whatever you're really in the mood for, like when you click on one of these videos or streams. Borderlands, I haven't seen Borderlands. Oh, Wicker Man. I'm thinking this summer is when I finally do the original verse remake video on the original Wicker Man and the one with Nicolas Cage. It is about damn time. Like, I can't believe I haven't done that yet. But Alien, sure. Yeah, sure. Love Alien. Perfect film, even. I know Eden Lake is really disturbing. Like, conceptually, it doesn't sound that bad. Like, couple on holiday runs into some teenagers. It's fucking awful. It's awful. Tourist Trap from the 70s. Yep, sure. House of Wax vibes. Absolutely. I haven't seen it. Sounds up my alley. If you're it makes me feel awful. Yeah, you gotta be in the mood. You gotta be doing well up here for Eden Lake. Like, it's something that you gotta be prepared for, It is the purpose. It's 100% the purpose. That's why I gave the movie 4 stars. I was like, bravo, you did a great job. I feel like shit, Yeah, tough watch, can't rewatch, but it's good. I'm getting to a point where it's been over 3 years since I've seen it. And I look at that 4-star rating that I gave it, and I remember just feeling so terrible. And I'm like, is it time to rewatch it? I've said so many times, I don't ever want to rewatch that movie, but I have forgotten a lot of what happens, I feel like. Luckily, a lot of that did not get burned into my memory. A good amount of it did, but a lot of it didn't. So tell me why I've been thinking about watching it again. I think I own it. I think somebody sent it to me. I don't remember. Splinter from 2008. You know, rewatch it soon. That one I think is on my watch list. Yeah, Triangle. What about when a bunch of friends visit a small deserted town? Does this count? Yeah, I would say so. They're not home. I don't. Race with the Devil and Monster Man. I don't know if I've heard of those. Oh, Travel Horrors and Route Vacation Horrors at a Destination works for me. Yeah, I would, but a good amount of the movies I have, they're already at the destination. Well, no. Most of mine do also, like the first act also involves like the travel aspect of it. I think only one of them actually, they're already there. So it works. It works. You watched Eden Lake when you were 15? Nope. You haven't seen any of the Wrong Turn movies, got some homework to do. Yeah. Me too. But because I've heard that a lot of them get really bad, but then some of them are really fun apparently. So I want to get into it. Watcher. If I had a list ready, that'd be up there. Wait, but they, I don't know, because Watcher, like, they move. So I don't know if I would classify that. I don't know. Yeah. The one directed by Buddy Cooper. It's a road trip and a film that kind of goes under the radar. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. The synopsis sounded nothing like what you said. I think that's why that threw me off. But I got that on my watch list now. Children of the Corn, sure. Yeah. Be very interested in a Wrong Turn. A ranking? All right, yeah, for sure. I would say hiking counts as travel. I have some of my movies they're more like forest horror movies, but they do involve people traveling to a location. So yeah, I would say so. Anira, not really horror, just bleak travel movie. That's fine. Space travel. Let's see. My Dog Stinks. Is that a travel horror movie? Vacancy. I haven't seen that one. Haven't seen Jaws: The Revenge. I still haven't seen Jaws 3 and 4. Wait, no, Jaws: The Revenge. That's not Jaws 2, is it? Jaws 2 is just called Jaws 2, right? Traveling to the Bahamas, only for a vengeful psychic shark to follow you all the way there from home. Oh no, I haven't seen that one yet. Which one is that? That's Jaws 4, right? I don't know. Need to do a top 10 of horror movies we know are awful but love them anyway. Oh yeah, so bad they're good. Absolutely. I think in the past I did like a top 10 guilty pleasures. Pretty sure. Okay, yeah, thank you. Sorry. I get off track. I've already been live for 26 minutes. What happened? Okay, let's start with our number 10s. Old. I feel like there's not enough beach horror that aren't creature features. That's a really good point, actually. Old is a movie that I wanted to love so bad, but I've only seen it the one time, the summer that it came out in 2021, and I gave it 1.5 stars. I really thought that it was really, really bad. But I want to rewatch it. I don't think that I own it. Do I? I swear, actually, maybe I do. I? No, I don't know. I don't know. It's getting to a point in my collection. I don't know what I own anymore. Okay. My number 10 ended up being Wrong Turn from 2021 because the whole first act, it's very much a travel vibe. I love that we get so much more into the world of where they've traveled. I love that we get to explore this kind of podunk town that is full of a lot of like conservatives and the city liberals that come in and they explore the prejudice that like both groups have. It sets up the first act really, really well, and then them hiking in the woods and stuff before everything like goes to shit. I think that first act, oh, perfect travel movie vibes. So that's why I had to make my number 10. um Ready or Not should be top 5. Ready or Not's not a, I wouldn't say that's a travel movie because that's his family's house, and that's a great single location movie. And whenever we did our top 10 dark comedies, obviously that was at the top of my list. So I need a separate list for road travel. I feel like I haven't seen enough road trip horror movies because I know that at least the beginning of Funny Games is like road trip vibes. I haven't seen either the original or the remake, and I know that I need to. I tried to watch the original a long time ago and couldn't get into it that day for whatever reason, and then I never tried again. So I need to do that. I need to see the remake because Naomi Watts, of course. But yeah, I don't think I have enough for like a separate road trip list. That'd be a good one. If we did have that, I know that Jeepers Creepers would be on it, right? Because that's a road trip movie. Hey, yeah, that's the fourth movie, right? Right. Oh, Never Hike Alone. I forgot about that one. We'll give that one an honorable mention for me. Don't have a list of going in random order. Midsommar, of course. We'll talk about that later. Number 10, Coraline, counting it because she goes to another dimension. Sure. I no 100%. Like I'm 2000% on board with you. Coraline is 100% a horror movie that I was way too young to watch the first time when it came out in theaters. Oh, I was scared. No old, yeah, no creatures in old. The human beings in it kind of become creature-like, I would say. Number 10, we got the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, oh. No, I agree. I prefer the first act of the Blair Witch Project because I feel like the second act is kind of where it starts to slow down a little bit. Never considered it like a perfect film because I do feel like it slows down. I agree. I love the first act of it. It's a great choice. That one for me, I would probably be more inclined to put it on like a forest or a witch list, but that's a great choice. Oh, In a Violent Nature, my review for that is coming out on Monday. I ended up doing a joint review of In a Violent Nature and The Watchers because for both of them, I wanted to do spoiler-free reviews, so I just combined them. That's coming out on Monday. Yeah, 90% of the cannibal genre could land in the travel subgenre. That's true. Good and bad stuff everywhere in that corner. Totally agree, because it's always like, it's the wrong turn. It's the TCM that they run into the inbred cannibal people. So it's always stuff like that. Hills Have Eyes. Ooh, spit just flew out of my mouth. I wonder if my camera picked that up. Let me know. City liberals visiting a small conservative town is the story of my home states. Yeah, you're the only horror fan I know that prefers remakes to the originals most of the time. I wouldn't say most of the time. The Wrong Turn movies, I think that I give both of them 3.5 stars. I love them pretty equally, the original and the remake. It just depends what I'm in the mood for because they're very, very different films. So that one, it's tough for me to say. Uh, what's another remake that I prefer to the original? Maybe like The Blob from the 80s, sure. The Fly, also from the 80s. 80s remakes are way better than 2000s remakes. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe I just have more respect for remakes than a lot of other horror fans, because I like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Ooh. Ooh. Friday the 13th, 2009. Yep, starts with a camping trip. Sure, sure. Friends are traveling to a beach house. They walk into Jason's little bungalow. Yep. No, that's fair. I think that totally counts. Absolutely. Does Get Out count? Kind of travel horror in it. Us totally is. Us totally is. Oh, I forgot to put that one on my list. Okay. The Jordan Peele movies, they're just gonna sadly have to get an honorable mention for me. Oh, Silent Hill. Yeah, 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 sure. She travels to, it's like an alternate dimension, right? I would say, sure, sure. In the ring, she takes a boat. That's very true. She gets on a ferry. She travels up to the countryside up in, where does the ring take place? Is that Washington State? I actually don't know. I think it's Washington State, right? Yeah, sure. Let's see, got a number 10. Do we have any more number 10s? Cannibal Holocaust, I haven't seen that one. Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters with Jeremy Renner. I tried to watch that recently and I had to turn it off because somebody sent it to me on physical media and I just was not in the mood. It was very weird. I might do like a Does Anybody Remember video for that one. Very odd. Did I ever watch When the Devil Lurks? When the Devil Lurks. Is that I watched, what is it called? Where Evil Lurks? Is that the one you're talking about? Because I haven't seen anything called When the Devil Lurks. Let's see. Doctor Sleep is a lot of travel, sure. I love Doctor Sleep, absolutely. Okay, I don't see any more number 10s, so I'll move on to my number 9. Okay, my number 9 is The Ruins. I feel like, okay, I know I've definitely said this before. I feel like The Ruins gets lumped in with the the era of early 2000s horror that wasn't necessarily the best. It does have some of the conventions of early 2000s horror. It was around the time where we fully switched to digital and a lot of the movies did not look very good at that time. The Ruins is definitely one of those. It's very much one of those like super standard definition, kind of looks like shit early 2000s horror movies. But what doesn't look like shit is all of the practical effects. I also think the acting is really good in that movie. Like I don't know. It has some of its like goofier moments and like it's very much of the era that it came out, but I feel like it's kind of underrated. Like I don't know. I just feel like that movie should be rated higher than it is, especially the last time I watched it. I watched the unrated cut. It's disgusting. And I feel like it encapsulates the epitome of my fears while traveling. Obviously, like I travel a lot, and so I'm not frightened of travel or almost any part of it. I bet when I was 16 years old, I got trapped in the wrong country casually. All the flights to I had a layover in Barcelona and they canceled all the flights to Italy for 2 days. They just left us stuck casually in the wrong country. I mean, a lot has gone wrong while I've traveled, but the Ruins, like when you're traveling and you're trying to go off the beaten path because you're trying to experience as much as you can, and then getting trapped in a deadly situation, the language barrier, not being able to talk your way out of it. Ooh, The Ruins has got a lot going on. And body horror, even though I've been a horror fan for such a long time, is still a hard thing for me. So yeah, The Ruins had to make number 9. It could have been higher up, but it's definitely not of the same quality as some of the movies higher up on my list. So, yeah. Freddy is Dead, Van Trip to Springwood. Hell yeah. Why not? Hello. Hi, Oat Milk. Hey. Yeah, I mean, she's a babe. Your top one is Halloween 2018? I'm trying to think. What? There's no travel in that movie, is there? Oh yeah, it's in Seattle. Yeah, that's why it's so rainy. Good vibes. Yeah. Uh Yeah, it's definitely there's a lot of rain. I like Rocky Horror. I've never watched Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Not seen that one. Number 9, The Ring. Hans Zimmer's creepy score improved. Yeah, I mean, The Ring is maybe the best ambiance in a horror movie ever. Come on. Does Scream count as travel horror because it's in Woodsboro and Scream 2 is in college? No, because they don't travel in the movie. I wouldn't say so. I still haven't seen Green Inferno. I think oh yeah, Wedding of the Larks. I have seen that one. Yeah, I haven't seen Green Inferno. It was on my nope list, but I'm thinking that maybe we do that as a watch along so we can endure the pain together, maybe. I don't know. Pumpkinhead. I don't remember that movie well enough. Sorry. I have read the Ruins novel. Oh, watch my I ranked every horror book that I read in 2023. I released that video I think in December, I think, if not in January. So somewhat recently. Yeah. I ranked it very high. Little spoiler alert. Number 10, Friday the 13th, 2009. Yeah, that's more power to you. Yes, the Ruins is disgusting. It's disgusting. Always interested in an unrated version of anything. Haven't seen The Ruins either. Oh, yeah, Getting Stranded is, yeah. I'd crack for sure. I need a travel buddy to eat. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer for this to the original. Really? Wow. It is fun. I think it is somewhat of an underrated sequel for sure. I still haven't seen the third one though. Oh, The Shining. Damn. I forgot that one. I guess I would say I'd probably put that on like a single location horror list or a winter horror list. I know. Kyle Gallner, the boy. Hey, thank you. I am so far. Number 9, The Vacancy. Quite unsettling build throughout. That one I think that one is on my list. Number 8 is 32 Days Until Sun. Yeah, yeah, the 30 Days of Night. I don't know why that wasn't coming to me for a second, but I don't know if I would say that one's a travel horror because all the people are like stuck in that town. That one definitely would go on my winter list or a vampire list for sure. Shutter Island. I don't know. I suppose he does travel there. I don't know. That one I put on like a psychological horror list for sure. Number 9, Final Destination, because the act is, yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh yeah, they do end up in Paris. Right, they do. I forgot about that. Yeah, I know. It's been on my list for a really long time. Um, Not horror, Adventures in Babysitting, 1980s version. Haven't heard of that one. So this is Prime Month. I recently watched Velvet Goldmine. Strong recommend. I don't think that one is on my list. Let me put that on there. Velvet Goldmine from 98. Oh, Todd Haynes. Okay. Yeah, I think the only movie of his that I've seen so far is May December, which I really enjoyed. Oh, wait. The Velvet Underground. That's on my watch list by Todd Haynes. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Sounds like a good rec. Number 9, we have The Cave. I did put that on my winter horror list. The Cave, I do think that one is on my list. Okay, let's move on to our number 8, y'all. My number 8 had to go to House of Wax from 2005. We do get, there's different elements to it. We get them in the car during their road trip. We get them camping. And then finally, stumbling upon the little town. This one's it's maybe one of my weaker ones on this list, but it does involve a trip, okay? And it's another one of those early 2000 movies that's kind of a diamond in the rough. I mean, but okay. I do have to qualify that I do think the early 2000s was somewhat of a renaissance for like practical gore effects. And it's something about the decade that I don't think is recognized often enough. And I love that about early 2000s horror. It's gory as hell, and most of it is practical. And House of Wax is absolutely one of the best examples of that. I think I'd be hard pressed to think of another early 2000s horror that has better practical effects than House of Wax. Black Christmas from 2006 has some really, really nasty eyeball effects. The Ruins obviously is up there. Ooh, top 10 gory horror films? I gotta do that. Maybe we should do that together because it'd be really hard for me to make a video about that because I wouldn't be able to show anything. I'd have to censor everything. But yeah, House of Wax is my number 8. Ugh, good. Water. Okay, another rec for Velvet Goldmine. All right. Um, okay, number 8 we have Psycho. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. My favorite tourist movie. Love how the movie talks about trapped people who want to leave situations and start a new life, but something is stopping them. Love the thematic layers. Don't we all? Hitchcock, my man. Oh, Captain, my captain. Psycho is a great choice. I didn't even think of that. I guess I'll just have to throw that one an honorable mention. Um, do you know all the songs House of Wax uses? All of them are bangers. Yeah, great soundtrack as well. There's so much to love about that movie, honestly. Yeah, love that one. It was good. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you made it too, Corey. Have a good day. Number 8, The Strangers Pray at Night. Yes. I think I prefer it to the original for just a fun time. Hell yeah. The music is so good. Oh, it's so good. I'm so glad that you enjoyed that because I was like strongly recommending it. In my original versus remake video of The Strangers, I was like, listen, Pray at Night is supreme, okay? Oh, It Chapter 2? Sure. I'll allow it. Sure. I checked out The House of Wax on DVD. Sent me. Nice. Love the soundtrack. It's a great remake of Tourist Trap. It didn't have name recognition, so it changed to House of Wax. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, Tourist Trap is a little bit underrated. I used to have that one on Blu-ray, and then I didn't like the movie, so I sold the Blu-ray, and I'm sad that I did that because I want to rewatch it because I think I'd like it more now. But what are you gonna do? Oh, so I had no idea about that actually. I want to do a deep dive of that movie because it's so ridiculous. I did do an original verse remake, but that was before I made those videos deep dives, just a little chat. 47 meters down. That's true. Yeah, they travel to Mexico, go cage diving. Yeah, that definitely counts. I would personally put that on a shark list. But yeah, that's a good choice. I know one of your mods needs to be keeping track of your top 10 list ideas. Yeah, if anybody wants to, feel free. Oh, Zombieland. Yeah, they're traveling all over the place in that movie. I didn't even think of that. They travel into Hollywood. Yeah, top 10 brutal gory films. That one would have to be a stream, so hope that you guys are down. Let's see. Thanks to the ads they saved you from watching the eyeball. Oh, and the cookie scene. Oh, the cookie scene too. Yeah, brutal, disgusting. Yep. That one's definitely up there. Brain Dead, aka Dead Alive, is probably my top gore horror. A lot of Cronenberg stuff. Ooh, I'd have to catch up on my Cronenberg. I haven't seen nearly enough of it, but yeah, I mean, obviously, The Fly would be up there. Crimes of the Future would probably be up there. Even though, like, I don't know, Crimes of the Future wasn't even that gory, but just conceptually, that movie made me want to throw up. Like that, it was too much for me. Terrifier 2 probably would be number 1. Yeah. Castle Freak, I haven't seen that. I don't know. Number 9, we got 47 meters down. It was really scary and it's so dark from under the water. Yeah. The movie terrified me the first time I saw it. Number 8, we got Splinter, young couple trapped in an isolated gas station by a voracious splinter creature turns its victims into deadly hosts. That one, okay, I'm just gonna double check that one's on my list. I'm pretty sure it is though. I actually also just saw that one on DVD. I went to Goodwill this morning. Oh, it wasn't on my list. That's surprising. Okay, well it is now. I found an old Blockbuster DVD of it, but it was way too scratched up, so I didn't buy it. Sad. Number 8, Alien. Yep, traveling through space. You think Ellen is underrated? I mean, okay, she is in the grand scheme of things because everyone is always like, oh, Laurie, oh, Sydney, oh, Nancy. But Ellen Ripley, like, she was kind of doing the most. No, well, Nancy was kind of doing the most, but fighting that freaking alien, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to my number 7. Number 7, we've got An American Werewolf in London, of course. It was already mentioned earlier. That one is like I might even rate it lower than House of Wax. I think in the past, I've given House of Wax like a 4-star rating. American Werewolf in London is like a 3.5 star for me, but I mean, in terms of this list, It's just it's it's a fish out of water tale. Americans in London. It's very self-explanatory, and also being the best werewolf movie. Well, I think Ginger Snaps is the best werewolf movie ever, but a lot of people beg to differ. So, yeah, that's just an obvious choice for American Werewolf in London. Taking minutes on your list. Deliverance, I actually still haven't seen. And I need to double check that one's on my list. I am almost positive that it is, but we're just going to double check right now. I also forget what it's about. Deliverance from 72, right? Intent on seeing the Kahulawasi River before it's turned into one huge lake, outdoor fanatic Lewis Medlock takes his friends on a river rafting trip they'll never forget into the dangerous American backcountry. Ooh, how is this? It wasn't on my list. Okay, that's a surprise, but okay, sounds fun. Thanks for the rec. Doobie doobie dooba. I never finished Mandy. Did not watch that. Yeah. Oh, Shaun of the Dead in my honorable mentions. Do they try? I mean, I guess that they're like walking through their town, right? There's actually a lot that I sort of forget about Shaun of the Dead, but I do that purposefully because especially with comedies, I try not to watch them too often because I want to forget the jokes so that they land, et cetera, et cetera. I need to rewatch that one. I love Shaun of the Dead. 47 Meters Down is on my stranded list. Yep, that's a good one. Anime horror shows. If I ever find one that I get into, I would include it in like a monthly recap, maybe. Fulci's Zombie 2 would be ranked pretty high for me. Haven't seen that one. Matt Draper, shout out. Cool story about Splinter is that it was part of a reality show where Matt Damon and Ben Affleck helped inside filmmakers make their movie. Oh, that's cool. Remember when Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were like doing stuff like that? Oh, Twinsies, American Werewolf in London. Nice. The Cabin in the Woods did not make my list. Well, for the first obvious reason that it's called Cabin in the Woods, I'd put it on a Cabin in the Woods list. But I've just never really been into that movie. Like, I've never found it funny. I've continued to rewatch it because obviously as a horror fan, it's got a Scream vibe to it, and it's very self-referential and stuff to the genre, but I've just never really liked it that much. Stephen King's short film, Crouch End from Nightmares and Dreamscapes. Haven't seen that one. Pumpkinhead, I don't remember them traveling in that movie. Oh, The Shallows. Damn. I didn't even think of that one. Because again, my brain would just go shark movie list. Gotta give it up to Blake Lively for carrying a whole movie on her back and filming while pregnant. I didn't know that. They were feeling so tense throughout the whole thing. I still enjoy The Shallows. I should have. Okay, honorable mention for that one, especially because just the location of it is so gorgeous. I love a movie that's just like in the middle of a bunch of blue ass water. Love it. Love that one, especially as a shark movie. American London is iconic. I was just there. I didn't see any werewolves. Hopefully that Piccadilly Square was chill when you were there. I caught my death in London, so I didn't really get to have a good time there. We did have plans while I was in the city and didn't really get to almost any of them, so that sucked. That sucked a lot. Yeah, I just was super sick, so that sucked. But luckily, like 3 years ago, I was there in 2021 and I spent 2 weeks there with Tiago and I did all the London things, so that was nice. Ginger Snaps versus American Werewolf in London is an impossible choice. Both so damn good. For me, Ginger Snaps just resonates so deeply with my spirit. I think it's a perfect film. So for me, it's easily Ginger Snaps, but they're both, they're also really different. Has the best transformation scene. I agree. But I have to, another unpopular opinion, I have to say that I do prefer the transformation of Ginger in Ginger Snaps because it is so slow and each phase is just more and more iconic, the look of each phase. It's not all in one scene in bright lighting and, the best practical effects we've ever seen, but I love each look. And I do think the makeup is really good. American Werewolf in Paris, because I prefer Werewolf in London. All right. Deliverance is like the Dueling Banjos Evil Rednecks movie. I'm unfamiliar with that too. The World's End horror adjacent. Yeah, I would say so. Well, it's kind of like sci-fi action comedy. It's a real genre blend, isn't it? Werewolf Within. It's a whodunit with a werewolf situation, and they have a black main lead. I have not seen that one. Is it a travel horror? Midsommar, nice. Pumpkinhead would be more Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, yeah. That's probably how, or like creature feature. I don't know. Um, Hostel for you. Okay. Oh, Pumpkinhead had the teens traveling on vacation, stopping in the convenience shop, getting in trouble. Okay. All right. 2001 Maniacs with Robert Englund. Ooh. Yeah, Good Will Hunting, all-time favorite feel-good movie. Same as Scream from the 90s. Oh, hell yeah. Scream was, I would say, probably my real introduction to horror. Like, at least R-rated horror. I don't know. No, I guess because I discovered it when I was like 16 or something, and I watched all four of them back to back on Netflix, and oh, that was a good day. That was a good day in my life. Um, yeah, I enjoy all the Ginger Snaps movies for sure. Oh, The Howling. Yep. I should do a deep dive on The Howling. I don't know why I stopped with the werewolf movies. Number 7, we've got He's Out There, trapped in a remote lake house with her 2 daughters. A woman fights to survive a nightmare conceived by a psychopath. I don't think I've seen that one. And that one probably easily could go on like a Cabin in the Woods horror too. He's Out There. Let's see. It's not rated too well, but it's on my watch list now. 2018. All right, hell yeah. Okay, I'll move on to my number 6, I suppose. My number 6 has already been mentioned. The Strangers Pray at Night. It is the superior Strangers film. You do get a little bit of the road trip of them, they stop at a diner. It feels, I classified this one as travel horror because it just reminds me of my own family and like being a really young kid and being in the car with my parents and my sister and going up to family camp, with all the fellow family friends and, stopping for food, going to like shitty gas stations to go to the bathroom. Like it just kind of had all those vibes to it. Yeah. And then they're in this vacation trailer park, if you will. So yeah, I classify it. That one is like maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I just love the movie so much. It was such a surprise that go easy on me. I had to put it on my list. And just give it big ups because it's the only Strangers movie that I like, really. So yeah. That's my number 6. Lawrence is about wealthy upperclassmen hiking in the woods and getting terrorized by an inbred family. Oh, that sounds rough, actually. Maybe I won't jump to watch that one. Oh yeah, the main character travels to the North Snowland and Werewolf Within doesn't show the werewolf. Oh, well, okay. A little bit of a spoiler there. Oh, Bride of Chucky. Oh my God. That one? Okay. So, okay, maybe that one I would be able to put on like a road trip horror list then. Yeah, absolutely. I need more road trip horror recommendations. Maybe they'll be further up your lists, but I guess you could classify like TCM and Hills Have Eyes and Wrong Turn as road trip horror. Dead End is another road trip one. Yeah, I don't know. American Werewolf in London. For the record, I prefer Ginger Snaps. It resonates with me and has for such a long time. Hell yeah. Oh, excuse me. Red Eye. Best film about customer service. Yes. Oh my God. Rachel McAdams. I wish she was my concierge at every hotel. Wrong Turn 4. The only Wrong Turn I do like. Good film? Nah. Fun anyway? Yep. Love that. Love that. Spring 2014. That sounds like it would be about like spring break or for something. Let me see. Spring. Oh my God, I keep spelling it wrong. Spring. It's actually rated pretty well. It's got a 3.5 on Letterboxd. A young man in a personal tailspin flees the U.S. to Italy, where he sparks up a romance with a woman harboring a dark primordial secret. Okay, watch list immediately. Pray at Night Hive, rise up! Yes! Yeah, the superior entry in the Small Strangers franchise. At least it doesn't just copy the original. That's what I'm saying. Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, they could. Sure, why not? Oh, you guys, exciting news. That reminds me. this might not be that exciting to you, but oh my god, I'm finally going to show Scott Silence of the Lambs today. It is going to be the 100th movie we've watched together throughout the course of our relationship, and so we're finally going to be able to rank the first 100 horror, or not horror movies. We're going to rank the first 100 movies that we watched together. So yeah, the 100th movie is going to be Silence of the Lambs. We finally decided, and we're going to be watching that tonight. So I'm super pumped. 100th movie. We're going to have 100 different snacks. Not really, but that'd be nice. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Anyway, Jaws Revenge. I'll defend this terrible movie to the death. If you're a patron, which a good amount of you guys are that are here, I'm going to be ranking the Jaws franchise in the next few weeks because I still have never seen the third and fourth movies. So I really need to catch up on that, and I'm going to give you guys a ranking. Just a little bonus video. Oh, Austin, yay. Speaking of patrons, listening on the ride to work. Nice. Oh, just got here. 10. Oh, The Visit. I didn't even think of that one. 9, Joyride. Yeah, a lot of people have mentioned that one. 8, we got House of Wax. Number 7, The Hills Have Eyes 2006. I think you're the first person to mention the remake on your list. Just watched Prey at Night for the first time and really liked it. Yes. I felt like spending the night at a Motel 6 around Bakersfield. Yeah, I know. I can't remember. Oh, I think I mentioned it in like my May recap or something. No, my April recap. Yeah, in my April recap, I was like, yeah, so they're on vacation at this trailer park for some reason. I was like, who goes on vacation in a place like this? Like, what are they doing? But whatever. It was a great location for a Strangers movie. Really, really liked it. And also the dad from The Ring. Loved seeing him. I loved the cast. Number 6, we got Triangle. Nice. Oh, Steven Spielberg's Duel. I still haven't seen that, actually. Maximum Overdrive. I haven't seen that either. When we do these top 10 lists, it really exposes me. It's like how many movies I still haven't seen yet. Embarrassing. But I'm going to be 25 soon. In a little less than a month now. Oh. Number 10, we got Jaws the Revenge. The movie was terrible. Don't know what the revenge is for. I suppose for like killing the other sharks, you know? Isn't it about like Jaws' offspring? Number 6, Us. Yep. It's a travel family turns into an evil. Yep. Prefer Prey at Night. Yeah. Bailey Madison is fun. She's such an over actor. Like, she belongs on the stage, I feel like. But I love watching her. She's so dramatic. Like her facial expressions and everything, especially when she has to cry. Man, can that girl cry. Yeah, I love watching her. I'm so excited to start the second season of Pretty Little Liars, the reboot show. I can't remember where you can watch it. I think only on HBO, which we don't have that right now. Tangents. Sorry. Snakes on a Plane. Still haven't seen that. No, he hasn't seen it yet. Scott hasn't seen a lot of movies. Okay. He hasn't seen a lot of movies. We're working on it. We were between that and Scream and A Nightmare on Elm Street. But yeah, ultimately landed on the Silence of the Lambs. So yeah, 100 movies together. Yep. I know. I decided to keep track because I don't know. It's cute. It's cute. You know, it's a relationship in films. Yeah, I have to update us on his thoughts. I will. Make sure you eat liver with fava beans. Tell him to rub a lotion on his skin or else he gets the hose again. Ew. Yeah, I'll probably I'll be quoting it at him for a while, I'm sure. Low Life's travel horror, Going Blind for the Best Experience. I don't think this one is on my list. Let's see. I've been live for an hour. I think I've already added at least like 6 movies to my list. Yeah, it wasn't on there. Oh, it's from 2024. Oh, okay. Nope. You said to go in blind, and I'm not going to read the synopsis. I'm not going to do it. Happy almost birthday. Thank you. 25. Yep, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hell yeah. Oh, moving on to number 5. Okay. This movie's become a comfort movie because I watched it at my grandparents' home, which is in a very similar location to the film. Ooh. Sounds spooky. Okay, my number 5, underrated film that I just watched on Netflix for the first time, and I talked about it in my May recap. Yes. It's called The Trip, and it's a Norwegian horror film. And also, speaking of Norwegian horror, the only other one that I had seen is Troll Hunter, which I think that you could probably classify as travel horror because it's also sort of a road trip movie, but it's also a dark comedy. It's also a creature feature. It's It's also found footage. Like you just can classify it as many other things, but tangents. The Trip, it's great. It's about this couple and they go to they go to their vacation cabin and each one has a sinister plan for the other, but things do not unravel as either of them would expect it to. And it's so fun. Numi Rapace, I'm gonna need to see a little bit more appreciation for her. Okay, Numi Rapace Hive, rise up, please. Love her. She's a Swedish actress, and I wish she could do more things. She's in like a few more mainstream movies. She was in that really weird Netflix movie, What Happened to Monday. I feel like that movie was kind of popular when it came out. That was like 2018 or something. And then she was in some like action movie. I don't remember. She's very, very good. She's terrific in the movie, and it's really fun. It's also like a dark comedy. Yeah, The Trip. That one also that could also be a little bit of like a one location, a little bit of like a cabin in the woods. It's not really a cabin in the woods. It doesn't really have that vibe to it. So I just liked it so much. It was a 4-star film for me. Kind of like The Strangers Pray at Night, where it's not like super duper travel vibes, but I love it. You do get like the road trip moment in the first act. You get a lot of like the build up to the travel into the location. So I counted it. Oh, I have seen the first Rest Stop. Yeah, I have. I guess that could be a road trip horror movie. Right? Right? Or I guess one location or a stranded horror film. I think it would fall into all those categories. 28 Days. 28 Days or 28 Days Later? Is there something else called 28 Days? Let me see. 28 Days from 2000? Or from 2018? No, that doesn't seem right. You'll have to let me know. Yeah, I can't tell. 28 Days Later, I guess, is like sort of a travel horror movie because they are on foot going to different locations, right? House of Wax, yes, deep dive would be fun. A remake done right for sure. I agree. Number 5, Jeepers Creepers. Feel terrible putting this on my list, but Justin Long and Gina Phillips put on a great performance. Has the most suspenseful driving scene ever in horror. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I should rewatch that one. I have it on Blu-ray, so I feel like no harm done there. But yeah, I just have never revisited it. The Ritual, hell yeah. So ready for the Jaws franchise ranking. Grew up watching all the movies on TV as a kid, even the bad ones. Love to hear what your thoughts would be. I know they'll be bad, but still. I felt like I kind of had an unpopular opinion about the first Jaws sequel. I quite liked it. I didn't think that it was great, but I was like, for how much people rag on all the sequels, I thought the second movie was pretty good. Like, it definitely was not a waste of time. I had a good time. Like, I was surprised. Number 5, Sweetheart. Oh, yeah, she's stuck on a small island who gets stalked by a mysterious figure in the night. Yeah, that one is, I think, on Amazon, and I don't think that I swear there's another movie called Sweetheart, and it came out a couple years ago, I think. Yeah, the one from 2019. Oh, no, I never did watch that one. I swear there was another one. I'm thinking of something else, but all right. Good choice. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. Yeah, it was just like the copy of 2018. Yeah, Halloween 2018. Really wish Sally was not even. Yeah. Oh, but speaking of the actress that plays Sally in TCM 2022, she is in The Watchers, which just came out. And my review of that is coming out on Monday. But I think she was really good in it. Number 5, we got The Ruins. Yes, time for a revisit, but the body horror was on point. So gross. Yeah. It's disgusting. Like, not even just visually, but also conceptually. The idea of these plants, like, burrowing into your skin. Disgusting. Disgusting. Ugh. Oh, The Conjuring 2. They travel to London. Sure. Why not? Conjuring movies. Oh, The Perfection. Yes, there are, like, I wouldn't call it a travel horror movie, but there are travel elements to it. there's a lot of different locations. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna move on to my number 4. I'm already in my number 4. Okay, my number 4 is Significant Other, and this is another one that is a little bit of a genre blend. It's maybe you would want to classify it more as like a camping horror film or a forest horror film, but you do get a bit of a build up to it. You get a little bit of like the road trip of this couple, and they are going up to camp in the Pacific Northwest. I think it takes place in Oregon, and it's like coastal forest vibes, and it was like one of the biggest surprises of 2022, which just was like a historic year for horror. So I feel like it kind of got swept under the rug in terms of all the other amazing releases that came out. But I was, singing that movie's praises when I did my ranking at the end of the year, and I was like, God, like more people need to watch this. Yeah, it's one of the most unique camping forest horror movies I've seen. It's a dark comedy. It stars Micah Monroe. She's fantastic in it. She also was an executive producer on the project. I love that she is in her executive producing era. I love that she's in her executive producing bag. We love Micah Monroe. She is the indie horror scream queen. Like it is her. It is she. And yeah, she's fantastic in it. It's this couple, they go up, expecting to spend a romantic weekend, and all types of things go awry. And I am just not going to spoil it for you because the amount of twists and turns the movie takes, it's wild. And the performances, okay, it's the movie. I'm pretty sure it did make my top 10 in 2022, which was not an easy feat because I watched 80 horror releases that year, or like 82. So something to think about. That one, I think, is on Paramount Plus, of all places, also. Hopefully you can rent it somewhere else, because I know that nobody has Paramount Plus. Who has Paramount Plus? Like, who? My family does. I don't know why. I don't know if any of us use it. But yeah, okay. I'm a little behind on the chat now. Let's see. Cannibal Holocaust, objectively evil and excusable movie, but a classic for a reason. Still haven't seen it. I'm scared. Yes! Numi Rapace Hive! We rise! Oh, she was in one of the Alien reboots. Oh, yeah. Was she in? Was it Prometheus? I haven't seen that movie. Yeah, she's great. I remember first seeing her in Prometheus. Yeah, it was Prometheus. I should just read ahead. Which I liked, but I haven't seen it since it first came out. She's awesome in it. Haven't seen much else, but I'll watch The Trip. Yeah, definitely give The Trip a go. Definitely, it's an underrated little. I don't think it's a Netflix original, but I could be wrong. It was on Netflix in the UK, at least. Hopefully it is here. Oh, yes, this is what I couldn't think of. She's in the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movies. Yeah, her line from Prometheus is forever stuck in my head. We were wrong. We were so wrong. Ooh, today. Southbound. Oh, I believe that I tried to watch that one and couldn't finish it, but there's like road trip vibes in that, if I'm not mistaken. Gothic. Does that count as travel horror? You know what? Sure. Oh, that one's fun. If you guys haven't seen that one, from the 80s, directed by Ken Russell, and it's about Mary Shelley and Lord Byron and Percy and their group that goes to Lord Byron's estate in Switzerland, and it's a very psychedelic, gnarly, gory, yes, disgusting, buggy, big bug motif. It's a trip. That movie is a trip. It's a trip, figuratively and literally. That movie's a trip. Yep. Oh, 28 Days has Sandra Bullock where she's an alcohol. Okay. Fun. Godzilla King of Monsters 2019 is a travel movie. Yeah, by each country. Yeah, I guess that's true. And the Godzilla vs. Kong movies, they're around the world. Godzilla takes his little naps in the Roman Colosseum, sure. Excuse me. Should I see Cabin Fever before The Descent or the other way around? I don't think it really matters. Like, the movies are pretty different, so I don't think it matters too much. Do whatever you do. I think Jaws was one of the franchises that goes off the rails as it goes on. I love that. Yeah, with you on Jaws 2, it's definitely one of my faves. Nowhere near as good as the first, but what movie is? Jaws 2 is a great proto-slasher that came out just before Halloween. It came out that soon after the original? Damn, I didn't know that. You love all four of the Jaws movies, especially Jaws 4. Yeah, my friend Leanne, she actually Jaws 3 is her favorite of the franchise. Apparently there's like a really badass marine biologist character that she loves, and so yeah, I'm excited to check them out. Number 5, Shuttle. A late night airport shuttle ride descends into darkness. Ooh, and Peyton List. I know her. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds well, I haven't seen it, but it sounds kind of similar to Creep, which takes place in the London Underground. I still need to see that one. Got that one on my list. Um Onyx, the Fortuitous, and the Talisman of Souls. They travel to a mansion, maybe a stretch, but I worked on that movie, so I'm shouting it out. Okay, hell yeah. It sounds a little bit like uh House on Haunted Hill, perhaps. Sounds a little similar. Oh, The Blackening. Hell yeah. Yeah, I love The Blackening. Number 4, we got Deliverance. Most of the extras were not actors, but rednecks who lived in the area. None of the professional actors got along with them, which made the movie even more suspenseful. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, there is another one called. Oh, it's from 2021. Okay. The Descent, is it a travel horror? It's a banger. I would say so. And speaking of, The Descent is actually my number 3. Descent had to make my top 3. It's it's also like stranded horror. It's creature feature. It's no, it's not forest horror, but it's adjacent to that because the caves are in a forest. If there was more cave horror in the world, then that would be at the top of a cave horror list. But The Descent, I do a fair amount of climbing when I travel. I've done climbing in Germany. I just did some climbing in Italy. Like it just hits home. Like it's just yeah, if something were to go wrong, like we had to do this crazy ass hike just to get to the spot where we could climb, and we could have died at several points along the way. Like it's just this, it's the hike would be really steep at points, to the point where like we had to literally climb down like the side of this cliff. There were like these metal rungs like inserted into the mountain, and there was like this rope you had to like climb down at one point. So yeah, I mean, there's just treacherous parts of traveling, and so to me, like it especially had that vibe because it's this group of really adventurous gals, and it just feels like I don't know, it feels like you're on a trip with these ladies, and yeah, I have to include The Descent because I also just think that it's such a fantastic film. And it gets under my skin every single time with the claustrophobia and the gore and everything about it. We got one of the most badass final girls of all time in that one, in my opinion. So I had to include The Descent. I did, even though it's even by my own parameters, it's not the most travel horror related, but it is. It is. I was thinking of putting Significant Other on my list and then didn't. My number 4 is The Descent. Ooh, almost winning. Number 4, Wrong Turn. Getting Lost in the Woods with Inbred Cannibals is seriously one of my first fears. Wow, those movies have done a number on you then, huh? TCM and all those. Army of Darkness. I'm counting because our boy Ash, not our baby Ash, but either or, travels throughout time. Yep, it does so like the icon he is. Also, the special effects give me life. No, it's my favorite of the Evil Dead franchise, absolutely. The Descent. The Descent, yes. Oh, you have Paramount Plus? Okay, you watch Big Brother and a TV show called The Chi. Okay. I've never been a Big Brother person, but I guess if you are, then it makes sense to have Paramount Plus. Joe versus the volcano in Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day, I guess so. But he's totally stuck there, Anyway, barely bother it. Yeah, I know, since they stopped with iCarly. What the heck? Like, it was their most popular show. Ugh, fuck Paramount. Fuck Paramount. Oh, thank you. I know. I transformed my room into hell. So comforting. Yeah, Micah Monroe's the queen. Yes, I Paramount Plus of all things. Gonna give significant. Yeah, do it. They got some decent horror picks there. They do. It's not bad. Oh, thank you. It's vintage. Scott just got it for me. He got it for $1 at a garage sale. Unbelievable. I love it. It's actually a little chilly today. We got some June gloom. I used to live in Roanoke, Virginia. Every time I'm in a car going through West Virginia, I always make wrong turn references. Hell yeah. Also, Roanoke, related to the disappeared colony, the season 6 of American Horror Story. It's giving it's giving female protagonist. Thank you. Thank you. I got Paramount Plus for the Frasier show. Checked out the Beavis and Butthead stuff too. Okay. All right. Ken Russell deep dive when? I don't know. I don't think I've seen most of his stuff either. Number 4, we got Kong Skull Island. That one's fun. They film in Hawaii. Yep. Oh, you visited there last year. Ooh, nice. Please give the movie deep dive the movie Darkness Falls. I think I just tried that one recently and I could not keep watching. Couldn't do it. I think I actually just sold it in this physical media bundle, I think. I need to ship this out today. Oh no, I think I already sold it. I already sold it a while back, but yeah, you can check out my Poshmark. Should be linked down below. Since I'm back in the country, I can actually ship stuff out to you now. Leanne has good bad taste. Loved Jaws 3 as a kid, but I'll admit it's not all that great. Fun seeing the shark in SeaWorld, and yeah, but yeah, it got some bad effects. Part of the charm, right? Part of the charm. Hello. Number 3, we got Us. Nice. Major hot take. I think the zombies were unnecessary. Which movie are you talking about? Are you talking about 28 Days Later? I don't know what we were talking about 4 minutes ago. Number 3, Midsommar. Come on. Come on. Yeah, good choice. Number 3, we got the King Kong remake from 2005. You grew up scared as a child by the Skull Island scene. Yeah, the temple and the bug pit for sure. Oh, yes, it was Run, Heart, Sweetheart. Yes. Run, Sweetheart, Run. Yep, that's what I was thinking of. Had to figure out the name because it's what came to mind for me. Yep, that's the one. That was like produced by Blumhouse and went straight to Amazon Prime. I don't think I rated it very well, but I remember it like not being a total waste of time, or did I really not like it? I gave it 2.5 stars. So I said I guess this was supposed to make me feel empowered. I feel gross. I forget why. What was wrong with it? Anyway, whatever. Okay, cave horror is legit. Yeah, I tend to get claustrophobic in certain situations. It's not too bad for me, but if the situation is just right, I will start to panic. I have to breathe through a situation. If it's if the room is too small, the room's too dark, I get claustrophobic. Oh, I didn't know you were so into climbing. Yeah, barely had any ropes around you. Yeah, you wild and should go spelunking. Report back if you run into any cave dwellers. I will never be a cave explorer. Absolutely not. I've seen The Descent. I know. No. I'm not gonna explore caves. That's never gonna happen. Nope. Nope. I'm too claustrophobic for that. Yeah. I posted a picture to my horror Instagram. If you guys haven't seen, just some pics of my trip. But yeah, the place where I was climbing, it was gorgeous. Okay, it was like, oh, it was everything. That's me. It's me climbing. Yeah. Okay, number 3, we got The Hills Have Eyes. We got I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Your favorite in the trilogy. Wow. Oh, gotta go. Oh, no worries. I'm in between your So Bad They're Good horror movies video. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, yeah, I won't either. We watched that together in a watch along because I just couldn't do it by myself, and I don't really have plans to rewatch that one. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna move on to my number 2. My top 2 movies are perfect films, and a lot of you probably will know what they are, but my number 2 is The Ritual, directed by David Bruckner. I want it on physical media so bad. I literally was just talking about this movie like a week ago over on my second channel because I want it so bad. It's a perfect film. It's if you are somehow unaware, it's about this group of friends and they are backpacking through, I think, Sweden. I think it's It's either Sweden or Norway. I can't remember, but they're hiking through the forest. It involves like their travel, all across these lands. It's also forest horror. It's folk horror. It's, I would also absolutely put it at the top of like a forest horror movie list. I would do both because I just love it that much. I don't even care if it's, if you would lean towards classifying it one way or the other, if you would lean more towards putting it on a forest list. I don't care. I don't even care. I love The Ritual so much. I love everything about it. So yeah. The Ritual is my number 2. At first I thought you meant top 10 time travel movies. No, but that'd be fun. I mean, I probably wouldn't do that on this channel, but maybe I'd make it like a Patreon video or something. But it's, obviously Back to the Future would be at the top. Wouldn't probably be that fun of a video to watch. But anyway. Yeah, that was stupid. Miranda Cosgrove has said she wants to do like an iCarly movie to just like wrap things up once and for all. I'm not really with that, but sure. If we get to wrap up that cliffhanger, then sure. Oh, different Roanoke. That Roanoke is based, in North Carolina. Didn't know that. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Got one too, but the inside is lined with wool. Don't know if it's real or not, but it's super comfy and soft. I know, the outside doesn't feel like denim, but like it is. It is, but it's so soft. Excuse me. I think also maybe because it's like vintage, it's gotten like a lot of wear. It's got this nice distressing. Love it. Oh, with your horror pins. Nice. Yeah, I should do like a patch jacket. I've never done that before. Hey. Number 3 is Bride of Chucky. Who doesn't want to watch Bride? Yeah, of course. Number 2, we got Cabin in the Woods. Hell yeah. Oh, see you soon. Goodbye. Let's see. Any more number 3? Oh, number 3, we got Midsummer. Yep. Alien. Yeah, people have put Alien on their list, so go for it. Let's see. Whenever someone mentions claustrophobia, I always think of the claustrophobia joke from SpongeBob. Oh, wait. I'm trying to conjure it up in my mind. I should know. My brain is it has a wealth of SpongeBob knowledge and references in it, but that one's not. When isn't it like Squidward that mentions that he's claustrophobic and then Patrick is like, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, okay. I was like, wow, I can't believe I couldn't remember that. But I did. Yes. Okay, number 2, Us. Yep, there's a lot of vacationing in the movie, absolutely. And it's just a fantastic film. Number 2, Troll Hunter. Yes. I'd like to travel that place where they shot the movie. I would too. Some beautiful forest locations, indeed. I said at the beginning of the stream, I knew this movie would be high up in your list. Yep. Slow burn for the monster at the end. Yep. Don't want to say too much. Oh, Jurassic Park. How could I forget Jurassic Park? I guess because, like, to me, my brain would automatically sort that as a creature feature. But boy, do I feel silly. Yeah, that's a great choice. I'm hoping that his new UFO extraterrestrial movie is going to have some horror elements to it. Because I don't think that he would just, I believe in Spielberg. I don't believe that he would just nostalgia bait us with something super similar to like E.T. or what's it called? Something Encounters. Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Is that am I mixing that up with something? You know what I'm talking about. I'm hoping that his new UFO movie that's coming out, I think is it 2026? I'm really hoping that it's going to have a little bit more of a horror vibe to it. I'm really, really hoping. Like maybe he saw Jordan Peele's Nope and he was like, I should get back to that. I'm really hoping for that. So yeah, let's all cross our fingers. Number 2, Jeepers Creepers. Saw this in theaters. I hate so much its legacy is tainted. Yeah. Because it's still one of the best 2000s have to offer. And it's effective. Yeah, Justin Long is such a great horror boy. We love him. We love Justin Long. I need he and Kevin Bacon to do a horror film together. Ooh. Our favorite horror boys? I would love that. Just worked on a travel horror film. Found footage. Ooh, a New Zealand film. Are you allowed to tell us the name yet? It's okay if not. Number 2, Midsommar. Hell yeah. Seriously considering watching that iCarly reboot. The best and worst things about it. The best things about it Jerry Trainer is the best thing about it, hands down. He is never not funny. The worst things about it, the entire first season of the reboot is really bad. It's like really not funny, but it does find its footing in the second season. And I do start to enjoy it more. So yeah, there you go. Stop, Patrick, you're scaring him. Yeah. Yeah. When I'm home, I watch all my movies and important shows in VR. I'm not a believer in VR. I'm a little bit anti. That's probably like my biggest boomer take is like I would rather watch a movie on VHS than in VR. I'll try it. I'm sure it's cool, but like I like my movies on physical media and feeling like I like watching them in the medium that they, of the decade that they came out. I love watching 80s movies on VHS. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, I did. I was confused between the country location by the ritual and troll hunters. I can't remember if the ritual, I think it's Sweden. Troll hunters is Norway though. Bride of Chucky, yes. Oh, that was a repeat comment, I think. We all forgot Jurassic Park. It's okay. We can put it on our creature feature list at some point. Let's see. Yes, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I don't know why I was really second guessing myself there. Anyway, let's do we have any more? Oh yes, okay, number 2, Midsommar. Yep, Florence Pugh's great. I'm sorry, it's taking me a minute with the comments. I don't have my, what would have helped this whole time? My god. What's this guy's deal with UFOs? He also did War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. I don't know, Steven Spielberg just has, because he is the man to create movie magic. He basically invented it. Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it beyond that. And UFOs and worlds beyond our own, that it makes sense to me. Like that, it's a Spielberg thing, He already did an alien horror with Tom Cruise. I'm still interested in his UFO movie, but I could see it being redundant. I don't know. Like, Steven Spielberg, it's so rare that he doesn't release a banger. Like, the only thing that comes to mind maybe is like Ready Player One, which still had a lot of cool elements to it, but that's the only thing I can think of that was kind of a, seemingly like a paycheck gig for him. Anyway. Oh no, I did not know Charlie XCX was going to be in a slasher. That's cool. Maybe next week we'll do another horror news roundup. Hope people have listened to Halloween H2O. Michael goes to Cali. That's true. He comes to my neck of the woods. Number 1, The Descent. Nice. This is the first time I remember being in theaters thinking I was seeing one type of movie, then nearly peeing my pants when the first monster shows up. It's so good. It's so good. I hope that for majority of people, they get to go into the movie as blind as possible, because I think that I did when I first watched it. It scared the pee out of me, dude. Oh my god. My number 1 surprised no one. Nobody moved when she said her number 1 was Midsommar. It was literally like the little trailer intro of this ranking stream. Like, nobody moved. Not one person breathed. Okay? They knew, and they're rolling their eyes. So yeah, Midsommar, it's the ultimate. And also, this felt like a really good time to make this list, not only because I just got back from traveling, felt very inspired by it, but also the summer solstice is coming up. And also, not this Monday, but the next one on the 17th, I'm releasing my Midsummer deep dive. So it just was timely. All the stars are aligning. So yeah, Midsommar. It's the ultimate thing. It's the ultimate thing. There's a lot of travel involved. It's like, I just relate to it so hard because I feel like I'm quite often in a period of transition when I set forth on one of my adventures. It's weird to say, but I can't tell you how many times I've been on one of those long haul flights, one of them like 11-hour flights, and where I've cried. It happens most of the time when I'm on one of those long haul flights, especially if I don't have a seat partner, if I've got the road to myself, I will start sobbing at some point. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. Traveling, it feels like it marks transition. When you go halfway across the world, like, it's so character building. And for Florence Pugh's character, obviously it's so relatable. We've all been in the shoes of Danny and Christian at some point, you know, in relationships in our lives. And it captures how magical culture shock can be and how unmagical culture shock can be, to say the least. Like, I just think it is the epitome of travel horror. It's everything to me, also. So even if it wasn't, even if I'm reaching here, I don't care. It's in my Letterboxd top 4, you know? Get off my ass about it. Number 1, the OG Evil Dead. Nice choice. Number 1, An American Werewolf in London. Nice. It's funny how if I'm talking about recording something, I'll still say I'm going to tape it. Yeah, like we even use tape anymore. Yep. No, that's fair. That's fair. I've got a dip, but have a good weekend. Pray at Night. Love Bailey Madison. Back in Wizards Waverly Place, she had that overacting style of hers even then. She really did. And I used to find it annoying, but I really appreciate it now. Yeah. I remember being annoyed by her little arc on Wizards of Waverly Place and thinking that should have been me. I wanted to be an actor when I was a kid. I was like, this girl's annoying. Anyway, buying VHS tapes from flea markets during the 90s was something else. Sometimes they were bootleg version with different scenes and alternate endings. That's so cool. He does still got it, absolutely. That's fair. I don't know if I would rewatch it. It's not really a movie for me. The Ritual, nice. Love the creature design, so thank you. By your favorite creature recommendation, yeah, it is a very emotional. It's kind of a tough watch. It's another one where you gotta be in a good headspace for The Ritual. I still have so many horrors on VHS. It ate my Halloween H2O. No, because that's not super easy to find. When I went to the most haunted hotel in California in that vlog, I did end up finding Halloween H2O on VHS, but I think that I paid like $15 for it. But I was like, you know what? I'll do it, because when's the next time I'm going to find Halloween H2O on VHS, like in a shop again? I'd probably have to find it on eBay or something. Oh, I know, me too. Ugh, take all her pain away and give it to somebody else. So sad. Number 1, Duel. Oh, wow. Surprise, number 1. Spielberg's most underrated film. The paranoia of someone following you while driving is so well done. Some of the best camera tricks I've ever seen in a movie, too. He is a master. It's unsurprising. Yeah, he did a lot of dramas. The Color Purple, Munich, Minority Report. Yeah, they're all decent, but nowhere as celebrated as his big blockbusters. He does everything well. Like, he does everything well. I have too many pets to travel. Oh no. I mean, you could find like a doggy daycare or something. My friends that I was staying with in the UK, that's his job. He runs the business out of his house, actually. So I spent a lot of time with a lot of dogs while I was abroad. Yeah, the May Queen tops the list, of course. You're my May Queen. My oracle tried to do a little midsummer party with a maypole and appropriate food, but it's nowhere on the scale as the film. It's my dream to go to Sweden. I'm like, before I'm 30, I am going to go to a midsummer festival in Sweden. It's going to happen. I've been wanting to make it happen for like the last 3 years now. But I think it's probably going to happen in 2026. That's what I'm going to try to manifest that. But yeah, Midsommar is also my number 1. Danny did nothing wrong. Well, the more that I watch Midsommar, the more compassion that I have for Christian. Like, it is a movie, so it's really easy to just be like, fuck that guy, yeah, shit, good for her. But it's got a lot of layers. Like, I'm not as much of a Christian hater as I used to be. Also, we are finally going to watch the director's cut of Midsommar this weekend, Scott and I. Today is our 100th movie together, Silence of the Lambs, and then tomorrow we're going to watch the director's cut because I do want to cover it and like the differences as part of my deep dive. So yeah, I've heard that the director's cut does tend to humanize Christian a little bit more. He's a much more balanced character, whereas in the studio cut, he does come off a lot more like an antagonist. So I'm really, really curious to see a little bit more of like the exploration of his character. I'm excited for that. Oh, Influencer. Oh, that's a good one. No, literally nobody mentioned that one. Yeah, and that's solid. I gave that one 3 stars. I think it's a beautiful location. I think it takes place in Thailand. Had some fun twists and turns. Very predictable, but like fun nonetheless. Yeah, that's a good mention. So yeah. Oh, number one, Psycho. Please don't. It's like, I'm not gonna kill you. All the Antichrist stuff. It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, so looking forward to the Midsommar deep dive. So the director's cut too. Nice. They're putting it out in IMAX and it's already sold out. I'm freaking pissed. Yeah, just in time for the summer solstice. I know. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I can't afford to buy a costume this month, but I want to. I want to. Maybe I could like go out and pick some wildflowers and make myself a crown. I could probably do that. End up with like some bugs in my hair or something. um Still hoping I can get it out. It's not broken, I don't think. I just want to eject. Boo! Boo! I don't even know how to. I wouldn't know how to deal with that. This is purely a nostalgic choice because my first 2 decades of horror are the 50s and 60s. Nice. Even though my birth decade is the 2000s. That's crazy. Wow, we're pretty similar then. Well, I was born in 99, but like the 50s is one of my favorite decades of horror, hands down. Yeah, nice to be back home. Hey, John. Glad that you could pop in for the end of the stream. They were just taking the piss with Christian, yeah. Are we at Lord of the Rings yet? What? I guess I will go over my my top 10 just to finish out the stream. Number 10, we got Wrong Turn from 2021, but the original from 2003 was at number 11. They're kind of interchangeable. Number 9, we got The Ruins. Number 8, we got The House of Wax, the 2005 remake. Number 7, we got An American Werewolf in London. Number 6, we got The Strangers Pray at Night. Number 5, we got The Trip, Norwegian dark comedy, probably on Netflix. Number 4, we got Significant Other with Micah Monroe. It's on Paramount Plus. Number 3, we got The Descent. Number 2, we got The Ritual. And number 1, we got Midsommar. To nobody's surprise. Yeah, so there was my top 10. Yeah, no one really discusses how uncomfortable what happened to Christian is. Yeah, it's the most uncomfortable I've been watching a movie in recent years, which I'm going to dive pretty deeply into that because so far I have found his interviews to be the most interesting out of everyone between him and Florence Pugh and Will Poulter and Ari Aster. His interviews have been far and away the most interesting. And he talks about like the audience reaction to that, him advocating for like full frontal nudity. Like it's very, very interesting. So I'm very much going to be covering that theme and like his character in depth in the deep dive. Super interesting stuff. But yeah, little tangent. That's I took minutes for the meeting and got all 10 movies. Nice. Perfect score. Thank you. I do appreciate during these cult meetings when we have a member take minutes. It is very helpful. So yeah, I'll hopefully be catching you in the next one. We're now that I'm back in the States and I think that I'm recovered from my jet lag. I'm not feeling super shitty today and it is 1:30 and I don't feel like going to bed right now. So I think that's a good sign, but I also had a lot of coffee today. So caffeine. But yeah, the watch longs are going to be coming back. I'm not sure which day this week, but I might even be bringing them back twice a week just because I have missed them so much. I was thinking of doing, I can't remember what I was thinking of doing. It was some franchise or some trilogy that I wanted to do. Yes. I think that towards the end of this month, I wanted to do watch-alongs of both X and Pearl. We would probably do that on like a Monday and a Wednesday night, if that sounds good to you guys. Yeah, on the 24th and the 26th, because I will be out of town again before Maxine releases on the 5th. But I thought that would be really fun. Give me any other like fun summertime horror recommendations that we can watch together for watch-alongs. But you can expect another one. Wednesday nights is usually kind of the thing, but Mondays and Wednesdays I think is probably going to be the schedule. That's just what I'm feeling right now. And then next Saturday we'll probably be talking horror news again. So I'll be compiling all of that and we'll have some juicy stuff to talk about because there have been some announcements. I even was debating doing a horror news stream today, but I was like, no. Top 10 list. It's been too long. So yeah, expect all of that coming soon. I hope that you have a great day or a great night wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you soon. Bye.